श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रजहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते. So what he says here is prajahati. So we have seen the word jahati in shloka 50. Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukruta dushkrute. Where he said jahati, he used that word to say that the person practicing karma yoga gets rid of both the good results and the bad results. So that is jahati is the word used there. Same word is used here, but they said prajahati. That means one step further to jahati, which means completely getting rid of. So what does completely getting rid of mean? It is like the difference between dieting and fasting. So when you are dieting, what did you do? You stop the external input. You just say this food must not go inside my body. That is the mindset when you are dieting. But when you are fasting, you go one step higher than that and you say that shouldn't go into my body. I must not think about food as well. Today is the day in the name of God. I am not going to eat. I'm going to give up the desire to eat. That is the second step that we have stopped the external input. We have stopped thinking about that food. But is it prajahati? Sometimes what we will do when we fast, the previous day we will overcompensate. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to fast, so I have to double up today because tomorrow I'll be hungry. And after that, the next day, what we'll do, compensate for it, make things whatever we missed out. One day to miss out, we have to overcompensate. So that is not prajahati. Prajahati means stopping the input physically, stopping the association in the mind, and not just for one day. Continuous. You have to be normal before the day of the fast. You have to be normal after the day of the fast. You are not thinking that I'm going to fast, that's why I have to compensate. So prajahati means completely getting rid of this. What we are talking about is desire. Kama. It is coming in the next phrase. So completely get rid of yada when kama. Kama means what? We all know that kama is desire. But what kama we are talking about? There are two types of desire. One desire is the desire we are not bound to, and there is a desire we are bound to. What is the difference between the two? Suppose you say, I have a desire to help my friend running an event. Then you say, okay, I will help you, but that event gets cancelled. You had the desire to help, but it's okay. It's not troubling you or anything. You say to her, okay, next time, right? But there are some desires in your mind that you put a condition. You say, only if I have that job, only if I have that title, only if I have that house, only if I have this kind of a body. For this I to be happy, I need dash dash. If there is a sentence like that, that means that desire you are bound to it. So whenever this I comes, you know there is bondage. And whenever you put this such condition, that is the kaman that we talk about, is that kind of a desire. So what he says is, whatever is the desire that you are attached to, prajahati yada kaman, then he is saying sarvan partha, saying sarvan. After that, what does sarvan mean? People will say, okay, I will not have any desires for myself, but I have desires for my children. I want them to go to good university. I want them to marry well and have all these kids. And yes, but sarvan, all kinds and varieties of desires, not only for yourself, for people who are attached to you, you must give up. All kinds and varieties. Sarvan Partha. So he's telling, oh Partha, Manogatan. Manogatan means what? Where is this desire? Like that day also we discussed. This desire, some people say it is coming from my Atma. The desire is not coming from the Atma. The Atma is very much just a witness to all these things happening in the mind. And some people say, actually, the objects are attracting me. The objects are just saying that they are not attracting you. You are getting attracted to that object. So, where is all this happening? Manogatan. It is existing in the mind. First of all, why am I having this desire? Suppose in the road there is a big hole. When it rains, the water will collect in that hole. Similarly, what our scriptures are saying is there is a big insecurity because I am not complete. Because of your association with this body and the mind, you are thinking that you are incomplete. That is why you need other objects or people or things to satisfy you. Suppose that road is filled with tar or cement. When the rainwater comes, that's not going to go inside that hole. It is going to go away. Similarly, if we feel complete, if we know that we are not this body or this mind which is got limitations, when we know that you are this Atma, then all the desires automatically they will not be there. The reason why we feel that we need this and that is because we feel incomplete. So prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan. Then he is coming to the second phrase, which is the very, very important phrase. And you can repeat this whenever you feel insecure or you feel unhappy. Atmanyevatmana tushtaha. Tushtaha means content. Atmanyevatmana tushtaha. Atmani eva. Atmani means what is he content in? He is content in the self-realization. Does he need to go to the mall for the sale? No. Does he need to go scuba diving? No. To feel happy? No. He is just content in the realized state. Atmani eva. In that state, he is content. He doesn't need any other activities. By what is he doing it? Atmana. So he is in the Atma. Atmani means in Atma. Atmana means by Atma. So by himself. Does he need a lot of people? Does he need good clothes? Does he need good food? Nothing he needs. Just himself he needs. He will be in himself, by himself, and he is very content about it. He doesn't need anything external than this. Atmanyevatmana tushtaha sthita prajnasta dochyate. So this is this person, sthita prajna, the person who self-realized. At that time, only when all these conditions are satisfied. How many conditions he said? Prajahati, completely give up the kaman, whatever is existing in your mind. And when you are satisfied in yourself, in the realization itself by yourself, then at that time you are called a self-realized person. This is the meaning of the shloka. Now the question is, this Stita Prajna Lakshanam, is it for me or to judge others? So our Shastras are giving clear guidelines. It is just for you. You cannot judge people. Is he a Stita Prajna? It is just for you. Like it is that you should not, at least in the initial stages, disclose your spiritual progress, because other external factors may influence all those things. So just be quiet about it, or externally behave normal, because people will think you are weird, what people will say. So it is said balavat modavat acharet. That means just be normal with everybody, but internally is where you have to do lot of work. You should just keep doing internal work all the time, not being having any desire, not being affected by anything. All this is internal work. It need not be exhibited. Krishna said, O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification which arise in his mind and finds satisfaction in self alone by himself, he is said to be self realized. दुःखेष्वनुद्विग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहः वीतरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते. Dukkeshu. So dukkeshu means in dukkha, in circumstances which bring sadness to you. Dukkeshu anudvigna manaha. This is very important word. Anudvigna means his manaha means mind. Anudvigna means he is not agitated. So if the worst things are happening to him, he is not agitated. His mind is not agitated. Sukheshu, so in happy situations, in circumstances that bring him happiness, Vigata Sprihaha. Spriha means basically a desire or longing. So he is Vigata Sprihaha. He is not with any longing or desire for these kind of situations. So when some bad situation comes to him, he is not agitated. And when some happy situation comes to him, he doesn't want it to stay forever. He is not thinking about it. He is unattached to it. Vita raga bhaya krodha. Vita means free from. Ragaha. Ragaha we know is attachment that we have been seeing for a very long time. Ragaha is attachment. Bhaya. Bhaya means fear. So this ragaha is the root cause of every other emotion. Why do you get this bhaya? It is because of the raga. Whenever you are attached to something, you are scared that you will lose it. When you have a happy situation, whoever you are attached to or whatever you are attached to, there is a fear that you will lose it, including our own bodies. That's why we are so scared of death, because we are attached to our body. In that situation, what happens is this jnani, the self-realized person, is fear from attachment. Therefore, he is also not having this bhaya or the fear, and he is also not having krodha. Krodha is also again another form of attachment, because you want to get it, you don't get it, is when the anger comes. And sometimes it comes when you are in a powerful position than somebody else also. That time also you show the anger on that person, or you show anger because of expectation. All this is only an offshoot of the attachment that we have. So the raga is the main cause for this bhaya and this krodha. So this person who self-realized is free from all these three things. And sthitadihi. Sthitadihi is, he is in this, dihi is this intelligence or the knowledge. He is very steady in this. Munihi uchyate. So that person is called a sage. So who is this person? Who is this Muni? The self-realized person. He's again talking about the samatvam we saw in the Karma Yoga. So everything is based on the samatva. In the most difficult of situations, in the most depressing of situations, he is not agitated or he doesn't become sad. In the most pleasant situations, he doesn't get attached to it. And he is free from the raga first and then bhaya and krodha. And this person is called the Muni. This person who is very steady in this knowledge is known to be self-realized. So the general translation becomes one who is not disturbed in the mind, even in the midst of miseries, or he is elated when there is happiness. The person who is free from attachment, fear, and anger is called a stage of steady mind. Yes सर्वत्रानभिस्नेहः तत्तत्प्राप्य शुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. So here he is saying, yeah, the one, sarvatra, so everywhere, anabhisneha. So basically, sneha means affection. Here, what they are talking about is attachment. Anabhisneha means without attachment. It doesn't mean that the Siddha Prajna will have no affection for people or he will not be loving. He will not have attachment. He will do everything in this world, but without attachment for it. Tattat prapya shubha shubham. Tattat means that, it is repeated twice for emphasis, that prapya, on achieving that basically. Prapya is achieving. On achieving what? Shubha, good, and ashubham is bad. So the desired and the undesired basically. Good and bad here is the icha prarabdham and the anicha prarabdham, or the what we like and what we don't like. Shubha is the what we like and ashubham is what we don't like. Na abhinandati. So what does he do? He never welcomes that good that is coming to him. If some money is coming, he doesn't get elated or he doesn't jump for it. na abhinandati, na dveshti, nor does he have any averse reaction for what bad comes to him in his life. Basically, same talking about samatva. He doesn't have any averse reaction for the bad things that come in his life. Or the other interpretation is abhinandati is also praise. He doesn't praise that person who tells good things about him, for example, or he doesn't hate that person who has criticized him. Dveshti. He doesn't hate that person who has done wrong to him. Tasya prajna pratishtita. So that person that we are talking about here, his knowledge is fixed. So he is the sthita prajna. His knowledge has been fixed. That means what? He is the one who doesn't have doubts and his knowledge is also fixed. Then he becomes this sthita prajna. So what does this person do? This person is not attached to the good things that's happened to him in his life. How does he react? He doesn't say, it is so great, he doesn't jump. If something bad happens to him, he doesn't go and sit in a corner. He is composed and he deals with both equally. Or somebody says good things about him, he doesn't praise this person, nor does he hate that person who criticizes him. In whichever context you want to take it, you can take it. But basically, to have this samatvam in the life, to be equal to the good and the bad that's happening in your life. So, general translation is, in this world, one who is unaffected by whatever good or evil he may obtain, neither praising it or despising it, is firmly fixed in the perfect knowledge. So, this is a person who is self realized.